Hello and welcome back to Off Grid Style with Tom and Nikki. I am Nikki. Today we're discussing stockpiling seeds. So this is a very wise and very inexpensive investment. It ensures you have a sustainable supply of food in case of shortage or disaster. You do need to be sure to buy heirloom seeds. Those are the ones that give you the same type of fruit or vegetable every time you plant them. So that's important. Let's get started on survival seeds to stockpile. First up, we have tomatoes. Choose a variety, obviously, that is suitable to your climate and also the time of the year. For instance, it's hard for us down here to grow tomatoes in the middle of the summer. Popular tomatoes include beefsteak, cherry, and Roma, which are one of my favorites. Zucchini and squash. These are a pretty fast-growing vegetable, and they don't tend to have a whole lot of issues when you're growing them, and they're relatively easy to grow. Beans are another popular stockpiling seed item. You have two different types, so pay attention to this. You have bush beans, and these are the kind that grow up to about 2.5 feet tall. They don't need any support, and they kind of are more bunchy in their beans. And then you have pole beans, also known as climbing beans, and these require support in order to grow up. They grow up on a trellis or whatever the case might be. You can see I've put pictures of both of them here in this video. Lettuce and leafy greens, and obviously there are a ton of different things in this category, all kinds of healthy choices. Do not buy iceberg lettuce seeds. There is no nutritional value in iceberg lettuce. Get your greener, leafier lettuces, and also spinach and kale are good choices. And next on our list is peppers. Bell peppers, obviously, they come in a bunch of different colors and a little bit different taste to each of the colors, I guess, slight. But you also have hot peppers. And even if you're not one to eat hot peppers, you definitely want to go ahead and get, say, some cayenne peppers, for example. Cayenne peppers have capsaicin in them. This is an ingredient that is put into those creams that you can put on your skin that are icy and then they warm up. Capsaicin is actually an ingredient in that, and you get that from cayenne pepper. So you do also need to think when you are purchasing and stockpiling your seeds about the health benefits and the herbal benefits of these seeds. Cucumbers. Cucumbers are very hydrating. They have a lot of water in them. They do require a lot of water when they're growing. They're great, obviously, in salads and for pickling, because you make pickles out of them. They're also used in facial cares to take down the swelling over eyes because they hydrate around the eye area. I actually put cucumber slices in my water to flavor it. I'm not a big fan of just plain water, but I know I need to drink it, so I will typically put something in it to kind of infuse it, and one of the things I like to do is cucumber because it's refreshing. Carrots. Carrots have a lot of different varieties. You can see in the picture I have here on the video how many different varieties there are. They do sometimes have a little sweeter taste to them depending on the variety, so you might want to pick a few different ones, see which one you like best. They're packed with nutrients. You can can them, you can dehydrate them, you can even pickle them, and they're great for a longer term storage item. As long as you have a cool place for them that's dry, do not wash them. You can store them in that cool place and they'll last for several months. Radishes, not one of my big favorites, but they have their uses. They're another one that has a lot of different varieties. Daikon, for instance, is a radish variety. They grow quickly and they have a peppery flavor. So if you're short on spices, sometimes using radishes will add some more flavor to a dish. Well, I hope you're enjoying it so far. Please like, comment, subscribe, say hello. Tell me what you're liking about the video or what you do like about the video. Let me know if you have any additions for me to add. I would appreciate it. Thanks very much. Cabbage. Cabbage is a really hearty vegetable. It stores well. It has a ton of nutrients. Some people say that if you coat the cabbage in flour and then fry it, it has like a meat taste to it, interestingly enough. I have not tried it myself. You can store cabbage for quite a while. All you have to do is take the unwashed cabbage, put it into a plastic bag, put it in your crisper drawer or your veggie drawer in your refrigerator, and it'll last up to 2 months. Herbs. Now, of course, this is a big one for me. I am very much into herbs and herbal remedies. They add flavor, so you definitely want to pick out ones that you like, but don't discount ones that you might not necessarily use yourself, but to, spice up your food or put in your food, but that have amazing medicinal qualities. Corn. Corn is carbohydrate rich. It is comes in many varieties, as you can see in my video picture. Be sure to get open pollinated varieties of corn. And what that means is when you plant several of them next to each other, they will stay true to their type and they will keep their same appearance year after year as far as the fruit is concerned. You won't get any hybrids or anything like that. If you allow them to cross-pollinate with other varieties, then you will end up obviously with a hybrid. Peas. Peas are just like green beans or beans, if you will. They grow either as a pole type where they need support, or they can grow as a bush. And you can see the difference between the two here in the pictures I've got. Also, they're very, very sweet when they're young, so keep that in mind when you grow them. Melons. Now, melons are kind of a good choice for fruits. Most fruits are a little finicky and they're grumpy, and a lot of them take years before you get any results from growing them. Melons grow and you get your results the same year. You'll get your sweetness, you'll get your fruit, you'll get all the nutrients that you get from fruit, and you'll get it pretty quickly. They're refreshing, obviously delicious, and obviously, again, there are many different varieties. Pumpkins. And I also include all the other gourds in this category because, like acorn squash and those types of things, you can eat those as well, and they also grow pretty easily. Pumpkins are technically a fruit, a squash, and a gourd, believe it or not. They store well. If you keep them in a cool, dry, dark place, they'll last up to 6 months as long as you haven't peeled them or they haven't gotten any damage to their outer rind. There are lots of nutrients in pumpkin that help your immune system. So maybe it's one of the reasons why we have them all the time in the fall and winter when a lot of people are susceptible to colds and flu. Who knows? Onions. Onions are a necessity. They are a must-have. Onions are fundamental to tons and tons of recipes. Probably most of you out there have some onions in your fridge right now or in a bag somewhere, just like I do. They can be stored for long periods of time. Onions are cool because you can cut off, when you cut off the root end, when you go to peel the onion to use it in a dish, when you cut off the root end of the onion, you can actually place it in water and keep it in clean water for several days, and it will begin to sprout a little green thing that looks like a scallion or a green onion. And you can go plant that and grow more onions. It's pretty cool and a good thing to know. So always store your seeds in a cool, dry place. Try to keep them away from air and moisture. I actually food saver my seed packets. This way they're protected as much as I possibly can. Also, learn how to dry and save seeds from what you're already growing. This way you can reproduce and keep going on what you've got already. Stockpiling seeds means that you can grow fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, while you're having to eat some of your emergency supply of food. So this way you know you're going to be sustainable and you're going to have food and you're going to have food security. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, say hello, whatever you'd like to do. And check out our other videos here. We've got one on medicinal herbs, and we have one on container pot planting of edible vegetables. Thanks very much.